Today on our show, we're going to get into the pumpkin craze. Hello everyone and welcome to Slapdash Spazmodic, a show more random than the weather in Tennessee. I'm your host Stephen White, and today with me is my wife Katrina. Today we're going to be venturing out into the world of pumpkin. Now over the last, I'd say, year or two, pumpkin spice has really popped. So now you find pumpkin spice Cheerios, you find pumpkin spice lattes, Velveetas. Pumpkin spice lives out there, okay? So what we've done is we've went out and tried to find some unique kinds of items that we feel hit the pumpkin spice on the nose that would be completely different. I think pumpkin spice lattes, you kind of come to expect it, especially now. So these items I feel like are a little different. The beauty part of it is there's two things going on right now that I think are actually going to work in this show's favor. Despite the hatred for it, I love pumpkin spice. I don't know why. I really have no idea why, but I like it. I'm not a big fan of pumpkin pie. Just never has been. However,
I love pumpkin pie. Absolutely love pumpkin pie. I could eat a whole one by myself, but I absolutely hate pumpkin spice.
And from what we've kind of discerned, she said maybe nutmeg.
Funky burniness of the nutmeg, just.
And that might be what's driving me. I haven't really just dug down and ate some nutmeg and said, man, this is so good. I'm going to put this on everything. I just haven't done it. But what we have here beautifully works in our favor because two of them are actually labeled pumpkin spice and the other two are labeled pumpkin pie. So they might not actually fall into the category of pumpkin spice. So, for starters, we're going to start with pumpkin spice Oreos. You knew this was going to happen. It may have happened last year, but I'm not sure. This is, it says limited edition. It doesn't say new, but who knows? They might have been out last year.
And I feel like this is the year for Oreo because like every Oreo is coming out with everything.
Now, as far as I know, according to this, there's no special, it's not pumpkin cookie or anything.
It smells like a candle.
It just says pumpkin spice. It smells amazing. I think it smells good.
It smells like a candle.
It has that fall scent. You know, you could just set this, just dump Oreos all in your house, and your house will smell like this. It'll smell great.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I want to take it apart and try the middle, or if I just want to bite the cookie.
It stained the cookie. It's orange. I know you can't see it.
Even the cookie's not as white as most of the Oreo white ones.
It's not. So it's almost like this pumpkin spice cream has absorbed into the cookie. So I'm gonna take a bite halfway and then maybe lick the filling afterwards,
maybe, just
to see. And I know we don't have the you know, we did the milk last time, but this is an exception. I don't even know if I'd want this with milk. I taste cinnamon. A lot of cinnamon.
I don't get as much cinnamon from the filling.
And that might be with the cookie. It might have the cinnamon.
No? No, maybe my tastes just aren't as in tune.
And the filling really... Of course, I just took a bite of cookie, but I didn't taste a lot in the filling. I mean, it just could have been...
Maybe it's a combination.
Could be.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I do get the cinnamon, but I really don't get any nutmeg.
And see, they kind of have the cinnamon front and center on their package, so I think they're marketing it that way, pumpkin cinnamon. If we look over the ingredients, I don't see any. So this
I actually like those. Those are pretty good.
So this might actually be all right. Pumpkin spice Oreos, if you like cinnamon, might be all right. Now we're going to go with Pop-Tarts, since we actually did a show that was Pop-Tarts and Oreos. These are the pumpkin pie Oreos, or God, you know what I mean, Pop-Tarts! Pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts. I don't think there's anything fancy. They don't say anything unique about them on the back. We'll split one unless you want to eat a whole one. I'm personally just okay with just one.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine with one.
It has a very fall design, but it does that crap that they do all the time now. They don't get it centered. So you've got one hole and then one.
And I'm just going to say one thing about Pop-Tarts. I love Pop-Tarts, but I absolutely hate the crust around the Pop-Tart.
See, I took the heftier crust on that. If you look at the filling, it looks kind of like a pumpkin pie. You know, it has a lot going on there. It does not smell like pumpkin pie like that did, or at least no pumpkin spice. It's just I just smell Pop-Tart.
If you smell the top, it's just Pop-Tart. But if you get your nose like right up there on that nice little crease, you can smell the pie.
But remember, this is not pumpkin spice, it's pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
So let's give it a go.
Oh, that's nutmeggy.
Not even sure what's going on there.
That's more pumpkin spice. The Oreos were more pumpkin pie than this Pop-Tart is. This is like straight up. You can just get the nutmeg.
I got it that time. At first I didn't really get a whole lot of flavor of anything. And then the nutmeg just kind of came out of nowhere. So,
Nope.
It's kind of pumpkin-y. She's tasted a lot more nutmeg than we did in the Oreos. It might be up your alley, but yeah, that's all I can say.
Not for me.
Now these next ones, when we saw these, this is where it's really starting to get crazy. Pumpkin spice cheesecake Twinkies.
Twinkies!
Okay, not only do we have the pumpkin spice thing going on, but we have cheesecake. Okay?
Now, aren't Twinkies the things that, you know, the movies always make fun of, surviving, like, the end of days?
These are supposed to survive with the roaches at the end of times.
So, you know, the roaches get to eat some pumpkin spice cheesecake Twinkies.
Now, what this says, I'm going to read you what Twinkie the Kid here is telling me. It is a white fudge covered sponge cake with pumpkin spice cheesecake filling. So, if you crack that bad boy open, it kind of looks pink on the cover, but this is not pink. This kind of has I guess a light brown to it. It has a very unique smell than the others. All these have had a very distinct smell, so not one has smelt the same. Like, I can't smell this and say, oh man, this was Oreo. This has something different going on. So let's give this one a go.
I don't really get pumpkin.
There's a lot going on with that filling, and I'm not really sure where it's heading. It's all over the place. I'm not nailing it down. And then
I get cheesecake mixed with cinnamon. I really don't get pumpkin at all.
there's a hint of pumpkin in there, but it's not overbearing. I'm not even really getting a lot of nutmeg. Cinnamon does seem to be front and center. But it's actually good. I mean, it's a Twinkie. I can't tell you the last time.
It's a very rich Twinkie.
It is. But I couldn't tell you the last time I've had a Twinkie. Like a legitimate Twinkie. I don't know. This is probably the first Twinkie I've had in years. Is that something I could eat all the time? Probably not. That's definitely a seasonal treat. You know, I couldn't eat this during the summertime or something like that. You just have that sense of, you know, that's fall. You know, that's what you're looking for there. So
That's fall with a splash of diabetes.
It's good, but you know, you might want to limit yourself. Next on our list here, and we found this last minute, is a pumpkin pie soda. Now, this is where I feel like we're going a little extreme. I know they've got pumpkin beers and stuff like that, but now we put it in soda form. This is Jones. They do the cane sodas where it's like pure cane sugar. So I guess I'm not too surprised that they did it. If anyone was going to do it, they should have. I don't want to see pumpkin spice Pepsi or pumpkin spice Dr. Pepper. You know, it's just, good Lord. That's where you're really crossing the line. Pumpkin spice Mountain Dew. Get on that. I know you hillbillies will love it. You drink everything else that's Mountain Dew. But this is just straight, it says pumpkin pie, not pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie. And I'll even give you a little bit of a description that they give. Tight, itchy sweaters and short, cool days. You gotta love fall. But as much as you'd like to kick those leaves into next summer, you know it's not happening. If there's any consolation, it's knowing that autumn also means gourds. Ooh, I almost screwed that up. Gourds mean pumpkins, and pumpkins mean pie. And everybody loves pie, right? Right? Okay, so bundle up, grab a bottle, and enjoy a slice, or sip, of our latest tasty creation, pumpkin pie. We salute you, and whipped cream not included. So, pumpkin pie.
First of all, when you smell it, you get that soda smell. In the sense of, if you've ever smelled a soda and it's like that tingly sensation in your nose, I feel like you get it.
But there's also...
There's that...
There's a lingering scent there that's uncommon out of a soda. I'm going for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Now that could also be a backlash from the Twinkies and everything that we've eaten. We haven't really washed our palate, but God,
that's just.
I'm going for it. I can't waste. I'm not a wasteful person, so.
I am. That's nasty. That is in no way, shape, or form pumpkin pie. I feel like. You know those little spray thingies, like the Glades little spritzer?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I feel like we just, like, stood in front of one and let it spray into our mouth because that's what that freaking tastes like. That is nasty.
And I'm going to say this is no slight to Jones Soda. They actually make some pretty good stuff, but that is not one of them. Oh, God. It's in my mouth. It's just sitting there. It's just...
I feel kind of nauseated.
It won't get away. I'm going to have to go eat something now. That's not this because there's just pumpkin sitting in my mouth. That's our show. We had pumpkin for you. We encourage you to go out and either support or destroy pumpkin spice. Whatever your choice is. I prefer it. She doesn't. But hey, it's all about preference, people. It's all about your own opinion. So do what you feel is necessary. Do what's best for you. But again, I'm Stephen White. This is Katrina. And I hope to see you next time. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Be random!